Thanks for staying with us on Headlines Now. Well, in news just coming in, the Telecom Minister A. Raja has landed at the Chennai International Airport, and the Telecom Minister has said that he has full confidence in himself and he will prove public perceptions wrong and that the media reactions should not be motivated. We'll try and get you that portion where he's just spoken to the media just a short while ago in just some time. But let's move on to some international news now. The day that the people of Myanmar were looking forward to came today. Myanmar's military government has freed its arch-rival democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi after her latest term of detention expired. Several thousand of jubilant supporters streamed to her residence today. One of the world's most prominent political prisoners, Suu Kyi, appeared at the gate of her compound as the crowd chanted, cheered and sang the national anthem. The 65-year-old Nobel Peace Prize laureate, whose latest period of detention spanned 7.5 years, has come to symbolize the struggle for democracy in the Southeast Asian nation, ruled by the military since 1962, in fact. The release has come a week after an election that was swept by the military's proxy political party and decried by Western nations as a sham designed to perpetuate authoritarian control. Suu Kyi has been jailed and been under house arrest for more than 15 of the last 21 years. Well, back to news from the city now. The Chennai Corporation is on mission reach out for those seeking pension, birth certificates, jobs, financial assistance for surgeries, house pattas to even the neighborhood menace of stray dogs. Plenty of petitions made their way to the 12th edition of the Makkalai Thedi program today. Around 814 petitions were received from the public and 411 of them were sorted out immediately. And for the first time, a notary public was present at the Reach Out program to help the public on issues relating to property tax assessments specifically. Now, after the many complaints that came a-calling from women who were faced with difficult times on public bus trips, came the shift of seating arrangement that was tried in a pilot case. But 2 weeks down, our reporter Lokpriya found out that a smile was not exactly what she saw on the faces of many a female commuter.
Morning rush hour at Villivakkam. Route number 27D begins its trip on one of the busiest routes in the city. The bus is barely 2 stops into the journey. Overcrowding nearly traps the female passengers who are now seated on the right side of the bus, away from the exit doors.
Middle ஏறவங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்குது. இறங்கும்போதும் கஷ்டமா இருக்குது. இத்தனை பேரை இடிச்சு தள்ளிட்டு போணும்ங்கிறதெல்லாம் it's not possible.
This is not the first time the MTC has tried such changes to check the harassment of women passengers. About a decade ago, the Transport Corporation tried partitioning of buses on select routes, with the front seats reserved for women and the rear for men. Subsequently, it even tried partitioning of buses lengthwise by installing iron rods between the 2 seats. Both the arrangements did not work out. The new seating arrangement for ladies was introduced 2 weeks ago on 52 buses operating on 2 crowded routes, Villivakkam to Foreshore Estate, Besanagar to Ainavaram.
இந்த மாதிரி மாத்தி வெச்சனால ஒண்ணும் பெரிய எஃபெக்ட் ஒண்ணும் வராதுங்க. அதாவது இந்த பீக் ஹவர்ஸ்ல வந்து நிறைய பஸ் ஓடணும். நிறைய பஸ் விட்டா தான் ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் ஆகும்.
The Metropolitan Transport Corporation claims response from female passengers to the new arrangement has been mixed and not entirely negative. They say it's now up to the government to decide. With the lady commuters expressing their dissatisfaction over the experimental seating arrangement, it seems to be a tricky road ahead for the MTC. While the MTC has identified specific routes that are prone to sexual harassment, how far will these arrangements actually help in tackling the menace is the big question. In Chennai, Lokpriya, Ndtv-Hindu.
Let's bring you some sports news now. Day 2 of the Hyderabad cricket test between the Indians and the Kiwis ended with the bowlers and the openers pushing our men a step ahead. Virender Sehwag narrowly missed out on a century but laid the foundation of a strong Indian reply after the host bowlers bundled out New Zealand for 350. Then at stumps, the hosts were comfortably placed at 178 for the loss of 2 wickets, with Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid batting on 11 and 7 respectively. But earlier, Sehwag smashed a typically aggressive 96 that came off 120 deliveries, while Gautam Gambhir brought to an end his poor run of scores with an much needed 50, but after that brilliant display, both openers got out in quick succession.
Williamson will pull that in. 80 without loss.
Well, moving to news from the spectacular 16th Asian Games in Guangzhou underway. India opened its Asian Games medal account expectedly through shooting, with the trio of Olympic champion Abhinav Bindra, Gagan Narang, Sanjeev Rajput, all of them clinching the silver medal in the 10-meter air rifle team event. The three brought out a combined score of 1,783, a point adrift of the gold medal winning Chinese team. But India also bagged its first gold medal today by weightlifter Srinivasa Rao Balluri, who won the yellow medal in the men's category, that is the 56 kilogram category. His compatriot, meanwhile, Sukhande, won the silver medal in the same event. Well, let's go back to our top story, where the Telecom Minister A. Raja has landed in Chennai city, and our reporter Krishnamurthy now joins us live from the Meenambakam airport. Krishna, A. Raja's trips to the city are very frequent, but this visit is almost amidst huge amount of pressure, not just on him, but the party, the alliance, Congress, many of the top heads of the country. What did you observe of the Telecom Minister's body language at the airport? Anything significant?
Yes, Evelyn, Raja is the talk of the country, but then he's definitely not unperturbed by all the allegations on him. Confident Raja walked out of Chennai airport today, and obviously he came out and defended Mathur's claims. He in fact said that all Mathur's claims are on record, and he said that he was a part of all the discussions taken when he was a former secretary of the Telecom Ministry. So definitely he said all his suggestions have been taken on record. And he said that he will come out and prove his point that he is, of course, right. On a question of whether CBI has indicted him or not, he said that CBI has not named him in the report, and he said that he will prove to the country that he is right. Also, he said that, he came out and said that he will. He said that all media speculations are totally wrong, and he said he has a point to make over here, and he said that by next week he'll definitely make sure that all his charges which have been alleged against him are totally false. Evelyn?
Right, Krishna, also at this point, do we have any information as to what he's going to do? I mean, is he going to meet the Chief Minister Karunanidhi right away, or is that planned for the weekend?
Evelyn, definitely, he said that, as of now, there are no plans of meeting the Chief Minister, but DMK sources close to us are saying that any decision taken on Raja will be taken only after November 18. Now, November 18th is when Alagiri's son's wedding is planned, and definitely DMK will take a decision after that. Now, obviously, before that, DMK doesn't want to get into a soup with A. Raja, especially the wedding, where they will probably get into an awkward situation. So, all the decisions taken will be taken after November 18, and definitely there seems to be no signs of a meeting today or probably tomorrow, and definitely DMK and Congress, as we know that they are unperturbed by all the allegations. As we saw Karunanidhi yesterday, who said that Raja is definitely not guilty, and he said that all the charges against him are false. And even the Congress at the center and even in the Tamil Nadu definitely are unperturbed. They say that Raja is definitely not guilty, and they will come out and speak for him in the Parliament on Monday. Definitely, Monday is a very big day, since the Supreme Court is going to hear the affidavit against Raja, and also the Parliament will be Parliament definitely will focus on A. Raja's ouster, opposition demanding his exit. So definitely we need to look forward on Monday as to which is a very big day for A. Raja. Evelyn?
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Krishna, for joining us with those inputs. So not a very easy weekend for the Telecom Minister, but once again coming out and saying that the allegations about the Prime Minister wanting him to resign was fictitious. But as for him, he will there is not a need to resign at all as of now. What's still ahead on headlines now? Will the finale of the Potter Mania mean the end to the movie enthusiasts as well? Find out in just a bit.